We do something, the reason the marriage is so perfect is because we do something that Disney doesn't do well, which is we have a very strong, primarily male following, whereas Disney has almost the exact opposite. So it's a perfect marriage for both them and us. And what they want us to do is to continue doing what we do, but then also be able to use the Disney muscle to push those concept stories, characters into the sort of worldwide spotlight, because Disney is an international worldwide company and Marvel is getting there, but we're much, much smaller. So what we found creatively is that they're just fascinated by how we do the things that we do and the DNA of our company, and they want to make sure that whatever they do, it does not affect the DNA of our company. It just enables the DNA of our company to, for lack of a better word, spread to a larger audience. So they believe in the Marvel lifestyle, the Marvel concept. So it's been really, really fantastic. And I got to tell you, from again, going from working as a freelance artist and then working to a huge company for me like Marvel, to then now be part of the Disney family, and walking through doors that we never thought we'd have open for us, it's just eye-opening, and the future is just incredibly bright. You need to look no further also. I know I'm going on, but I just wanted to fill you guys in because I figure that question will come up again. You really don't need to look no further than even Jeff Loeb's role right now, where Jeff is involved with TV, where Marvel had no TV division. There was no future in Marvel for TV. We're now developing animated shows, slowly building up our animated studio. I think one of the things you're going to see in animation for us is very much the same thing that you saw when we started rekindling the fires of publishing, when we started bringing in great talents like all the people you see here to revitalize what was the dormant publishing division. That's going to start happening in animation. We're going to start looking for the best and most talented people in the world. We will have an announcement. I don't think it'll be at this show, but within the next week or so, we're going to have a huge animation announcement for Marvel, a show that we're doing with incredibly talented people. So stay tuned for that. But these are all the things.
There might be one on my panel.
Huh?
There might be one.
There might be one. There might be. I don't know. We'll see.
There might be some surprises at 4 o'clock at the animation panel.
There you go. There you go. Things are changing by the second. I'm not kidding, because as of last night we weren't sure, and I guess now we're sure.
No, we're still not sure, but there might be.
There might be. So these are the exciting things for me. It's like all of a sudden, it's like starting with Marvel 10 years ago. It's just a great time for us, and the Disney thing has been fantastic. But thank you, it's a great question. Appreciate it.
They are making me make the Wizard of Waverly Place the Sorcerer Supreme, but I think that's an isolated incident that will not reflect the rest of the country.
Hey there.
Well, I was wondering, as an artist, what's the most hardest subject of your work? That's what I kind of wonder.
Don't quite understand the question. What is the hardest subject?
Yeah.
Well, I think for any artist, it would be drawing crowd scenes. Drawing crowd scenes or drawing Colossus with all that ribbing is just a pain in the ass. and Iron Man, for me personally, is a pain in the ass just because I love doing all that reflective stuff and I just get lost in and miss my deadlines. I don't know, writers, what's your...
Well, I know for Matt, it's repressing his anti-Semitism and everything.
Further and further, the rage grows inside of me. I'm the White Hulk.
So, in other words, drawing armor and light are hardest part in drawing, right?
It depends. I'm sure every artist is different, but for me, armor takes a long time, as do crowd scenes. Yes.
I just know from the artists that I work with that the crowd, like when I asked for double page spreads and crowd scenes, like we showed yesterday, the John Romita Jr. spread that's coming up in Avengers. When you get little hate mail and the caption, there's little derogatory comments about the writer, and the caption, that they're it's hard. So.
The artist Steve Dillon actually will not draw horses.
I was just going to say horses.
Anytime there's a horse in the script, he has a subcontracted artist who pencils the horses for Steve.
He had to love that last issue of Preacher. Wow.
Exactly. Oh, no, seriously.
That's amazing.
Those horses were not drawn by Steve Dillon. The cat's out of the bag.
I can speak for Tim Sale, who specifically tells me not to put cars in the scripts. He does not like drawing cars, so I put them in every single thing. I come from a film and animation background, and I will lose sight of the fact that the camera can't move. And sometimes I'll write like dolly shots, and and I'll get to the end and like, oh right, well I
don't know. And then the last line is always, well, I don't know how you're going to draw that. So do whatever. We'll fix it up. I'll fix it.
Great, man. Thank you.
Welcome. I kind of got preempted. I was going to ask you if you felt like a kid in a candy store with the Disney,
Yeah.
but I'm just hoping to get a comic at this point.
Yeah, no, but you get a comic here. But yeah, it is very much that way, you know, and it is the wide world of Disney right now for Marvel, so I appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you. Hi there.
Hi. Just a quick question. In the recent at the cable, is Claire going to be looking for any type of guidance from another Summers family member?
Well, throw 'em on the grenade. She's going to have, I think, a little bit of a big brother relationship with Scott, but a fairly antagonistic big brother relationship with Scott. Look for her and Rogue to have. Rogue is going to be the person she most kind of belongs to. Our first arc, which starts on Wednesday, and I wish this con was a week later so that issue would be out and you guys could see Hope do her thing and see what the Five Lights is. But the Five Lights is really a chance to introduce Hope to a bunch of characters she hasn't really had a chance to be around when they weren't like all being murdered. So her development with her relationship to the entire mutant world is a big focus of this upcoming year and who she is. She totally gets a mug in a costume. The costume's great. She's dressed as Hope. She should get at least a comic. Not a mug in it. Yeah. Sweet. Thank you very much.
All right, so I was a huge fan of the Spectacular Spider-Man TV series, and thank you. Can you guys give any info on the new Spider-Man series at all, or no?
Mr. Lowe? That would be one of the things that maybe we can talk about at the various things that we've maybe talked about.
Or maybe not.
What are you doing at 12:30?
Anything about also with Josh Keaton with the other Spider-Man? Is he coming back?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he was the voice for the Spectacular Spider-Man. Do you have any ideas with him? With the?
Oh no, we don't as of yet.
That's way too soon.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I get
But do come by at 4:15 at the Animated Avengers panel. That would be a good thing to do.
Howdy, fellas.
Hey.
I was wondering if you had any further announcements or progress or something you can tell us about Marvel Man?
What's going on?
Well, I'll at least say what we've said right now is that we're releasing, we had the Marvel Man Primer come out, Marvel Man Finest come out, and I'm not sure, I think it's a bit too early to talk about the rest of our plans. I mean, we really, I think as Joe said it before, we're focused on really paying respect to and showing everybody the great work that Mick Anglo did, and that's really what you're going to see initially. I think I know what you're sort of getting at, but I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, you know, and again, right now it is about Mick. I had the opportunity of meeting Mick earlier this year, and he's sharp as a tack, and you know he's getting on in years. And he was one of the things that he was most excited about was seeing his early work reprinted. So we want to make sure that we get that stuff out there and expose it to fans, because it is beautiful, beautiful stuff. But there's more Marvel Man stuff coming. Stay tuned.
Hi.
Hey man.
Will Nova and Guardians of the Galaxy be continuing after the Thanos imperative?
I think you'll see more Nova and Guardians of the Galaxy somewhere down the road. It may not continue immediately, but we have very, very, very big cosmic plans. We're just sort of letting it percolate right now and make sure that we launch it correctly. But the cosmic stuff that the DNA have done over the years has been fantastic. So
amazing.
It is, and so we're definitely, we're letting them finish off their stories, and then we're gonna, sort of regroup, and you're gonna see some interesting things with cosmic, because I do think it's been developing slowly, and it's one of the more fertile playgrounds that we have in the Marvel Universe to really sort of have some fun out of. So stay tuned for that.
Thanks.
Thanks.
We announced yesterday the Rocket Raccoon and Groot series is going to be launching after Thanos Initiative.
Cover by?
Beautiful first cover by Mike Mignola.
Yeah.